So this is the second part of Riju of Gerudo Desert. Excuse me, Gerudo Desert. I'm playing another game as well. Anyways, first part, we go to the bureau. One of the townspeople tells us how there's these 3 pillars in the desert. Light. Basically, you need to find these 3 pillars. They each have a to make the pillar rise and have the light shine to the next pillar. Once you have the 3 pillars done, there's a sensor which pops up in the middle. You basically fly to that area, hit the sensor, and it's going to bring up this lightning temple. Right before the lightning temple, you're going to fight Queen Gerudo. And it's a half battle. Basically, you have to get her power down halfway. She's going to fly off. And that will bring us to our next part in this chapter, which will be in the next video. So I'll let you watch. That's the first pillar there. The next pillar we're going to fly to. And you can watch the rest of the video. It's pretty much self-explanatory. The second pillar can be a little hard to find, as you can see by the clip. I had to do a couple clips to figure it out. But the main pillar is that I just jumped off of. And then over to the right, there's this other small pillar that you have to turn the wheel on top to the main pillar that lights up. So this is the second one. And then from here, obviously, we're going to go to the third one. In this third pillar, you're going to come up to the middle of the pillar. You can grab that floating stone and detach one of the bars or piece of wood or whatever it is. Basically, you're going to use that bar to make another wheel to turn. And it's a little hard to get it up there unless you have a lot of battery. If you don't have a lot of battery, you can always put the wood together, make it long, and hook it to the middle of the floating tablet, like a long post, kind of looking like a hammer. And then you put it up as high as you can get, climb up onto the ledge that I'm standing on now, grab it, and then put it as high as you can again, climb up to the top, and you can grab it from there. This way that I'm doing, the floating tablet takes the battery, so if you don't have a lot of battery, that thing's gonna fall down anyways. But there's 4 posts inside the middle of this pillar, and if you put them all together, like I said, kind of like a hammer, it makes it nice and long and easy to reach from each level of this pillar. And that's the third one. After you complete it, you turn the wheel, it lights up. Like I said before, it's gonna reveal this sensor you have to activate in the middle. Basically, you're gonna fly over there, there's gonna be a little cutscene, and you're gonna activate the sensor. There's another cutscene in a second, and then you're gonna have that boss fight.
Oh? Oh.
Riju's power and shoot that pink circle orb in the middle. Then you'll have the boss fight.
Nothing but sand. Wherever we look, where did it go? Look, it's stirring up the sand shroud. It must be responsible for all this. Come on, let's take it down together. This has to be their leader. Turn white.
After the half boss fight, you then shoot this pink orb in front of the entrance to open up the area into the temple. Inside this area, you're going to have to move the sand by using either the fan or the Korok fan hanging on the wall over there. You move the pile. The sand's basically the one in the middle of the room. There's a sensor on the floor. You step on it, and it opens up the door to the next area. Inside this next area, you're just going to run down the hallway all the way to the end. Once you get to the end, you can see I removed these two stones, and behind it there's a treasure chest. But where we're going after I collected the treasure chest is actually off to the right right here. And you follow it around the corner. Carefully, you didn't fall through the floor.
These flames make it impossible to go further.
You don't want to get burned by the fire. But at the end of this corridor on the right, before you can't miss it. Step on it, and it opens up the door to the next area.
Head.
In this area, we're going to the left. You can dodge the first fireball roll.
Fireballs now?
The second one,
Looks like
you're
we're
gonna
stuck
use
again.
your spell rewind. Just rewind the fireball. Follow it back close as you can so it don't drop on you again. To the right. And on to the next area by stepping on the sensor, opening the door. After triggering the sensor on the floor, you walk through the doorway, the door that just opened. Stay to the left. Stay to the left in this room, following around. And you'll see another corridor that you're going to go down over here on the left. Go up the hallway into this next room, and you're going to kill the enemy that's in here. And then the pilot's going to be behind the enemy. You're going to go back to the spell, ultra hand, holding the mirror over the light so it shines it towards this bullseye that's over the doorway here. After you open the door using the mirror, you enter the room of ascension. And basically this is the first sensor that's going to trigger the next quest in this temple, where you have to find and activate the 4 batteries.
Daughter of the Gerudo. This platform connects to the very top of this temple. Use your power to charge the 4 batteries, and it will function once more. Heed my words.
The first battery you can get to, it's on this base floor level, and you follow the route, move these 2 blocks out of the way so that you can get into the area behind them, and that's going to be the first sensor and the first battery that you have to activate.
So this is one of the batteries. All right, 3 left.
Now, to get to the second battery, go out to the main room that you were just in, through the way that you came in here. And there's a block on the floor where there's air coming up from it. Remove the block. And you're going to catch wind, fly up into the air, and go behind you into the opposite corner of the room. I didn't fly directly there, but as you can see, it's in the middle level, the opposite side. Go in here, kill 1 enemy on this side, and there's another enemy on the other side. So you're going to use rewind to stop this turbine exactly when the pieces are even. We're doing this so after when we turn the light on, it can shine through all the way. In this room, you're going to remove the 2 blocks, and behind it, you will see the light, and it's going to shine through, triggering an area that opens up behind this door. And then you go up and you step on that, and it will open the door in front of it. And now you need to get to the door across the room. When you get over there, you step on that sensor, And that will move out of the way into the next area. Walk down the ramp to the stairs. In this room,
This thing is going to be a
two
problem.
removable blocks. Well, you only need one of them, but basically you put it in between these to stop it from crushing you. Going into the next room, you're going to take another block out of the wall. You'll see in a second, right there. In this block, you have to put upright, standing vertical, so it holds it open enough for the light to shine through after. Also, there's a trigger in this room right behind where I was. You'll see in the next clip that I have to go back and hit it, and it opens the door where that light is coming from. I didn't catch it the first time, so I had to go back and find it. But you'll see as you keep watching. Also, right here, I thought that the light was shining already, so I thought I needed to place that mirror where I'm standing. But that's when I realized I hadn't even hit the trigger yet. So you'll see I go back and I hit the trigger in this room. Right there on the floor. And then I go back into the area that we were just in.
Hey, the trap is disabled. We can get past now.
As you see, I'm setting up the mirror now because I thought that was enough light shining through, but it wasn't. There's another part you have to do to this little task quest. So you're gonna go through the floor. There's a hole in the floor in this room I'm in now. It's on the other side. And you're gonna jump down into the room below it. Right now I'm in the room below. I jumped in from the top. There's a hole in the floor. You couldn't see it in the video, but you can't miss it. And I took a stake, and this room was spinning. And you have to put the stake in the wall so you can see the bullseye right in front of me. That's what I did already. And then you take another mirror, shine it at the bullseye, and then it opens the doors above you. And then you can ascend back onto that little bridge right here above me, back into the room. After ascending up onto the bridge, you can see when you move out of the way that the light will then shine all the way through, hitting the bullseye and opening another gate behind it, which is the next battery. You can go over and activate it.
Two more left, Link. Let's hurry.
So we go back out into the main room. I drop down, so I have to fly back up onto one of the top floors here with all these pedestals and mirrors attached to them. First, I'm going to move the mirror out of the way because I seen light coming from a room over there, right behind it. So that's why I moved it, but there's another part to do. You go over here, you grab the mirror with your ultra hand, or pick it up however you wish. And you actually have to put that stone vertical and put the mirror on top of it. After that, you climb back out into the main room, and you're gonna move a couple more pedestals. This one is stuck in the sand, so you have to use some sort of fan to remove the sand. And then you can move the pedestal into place so that the light hits the mirror and shines it to the next mirror, or upward. No, to the next mirror. Then you go over to the third pedestal, and you're going to pull that one so it shines the light upward. Then I jump off and I use the air flowing up to fly up to the top level. Now this one can be a little tricky to get to. I fell, but once onto that top area, you look up where the light is pointing and you can ascend up twice to this area. Or you can do like I did, you could just climb up. But basically, there's another trigger on the floor that opens another doorway. Now this one, you're going to jump down, glide down, and watch out for the fire. And this is the third battery that you have to activate. To activate this battery, you have to turn around. There's a trigger on the floor, which opens the door. You're gonna kill the enemies in the room.
Hang on!
And this will allow Riju to follow you into the battery sensor room. You use her power, activate it, and then shoot at the target to activate the battery.
Okay, only one more battery to go.
Now we only have one battery left, as you can see from the map, and we're on the way to do the fourth and final battery. So we're going back out into the main room, and we're going to land on that same level with the pedestals, except this time we're moving the first two pedestals backwards, the opposite position, as you can see here. That next one, we're going to pull back, and it's going to shine the light down. After moving this pedestal, it's going to shine the light down, like I said. You drop down to this level where the sensor is, and there's a trigger on the floor that's going to open up that doorway. You jump down, glide into that area, land on the trigger, and open the door in the next room. Now in this next room, you have to kill the enemies, and then you have to build a contraption. See, I used a plate, the hot air balloon, and a mirror on it, and I attached them all together, and then I lit a piece of wood that was in the room to float up so that the light can be shined at that bullseye and open up this gate. Just so you know, the contraption has to be built right in the center, and the mirror has to be perfectly level and straight, or you won't hit the bullseye. Now we're going to go back out into the main room one more last time and hit the last and final sensor. after that cutscene, you have to shoot that pink again, and then it will trigger the final boss fight with the queen.